Hi, I'm Alex. I'm from Garçons. We are doing French cuisine.
I'm Chef Wayne. I'm from Keng Eng Kee Seafood. I'm doing a local char. I'm a third generation of this Keng Eng Kee Seafood.
I'm doing French cuisine myself for this open stove event. So I think it's an interesting of what we can come up if both of us collab together. First of all, what's different from this pork ribs other than the normal char store coffee pork ribs is I brine the pork ribs in the orange brine, right, to give an intense flavor of it. Then after that, I slow cook it in dark fats, or we call it confit, to bring out a very nice soft texture out of it.
For normally our local char, we will use a deep fry and toast in the wok. For me, it's a new recipe and a new concept for this coffee pork rib. It's very different from what our local char do.
So we're going to show you how the coffee pork ribs are going to be prepared.
This is what we do for the coffee sauce. We have water, apple jam, salt, sugar, coffee syrups, and coffee powder.
Right, here's the ingredient for the orange brine. We got salt, sugar, cinnamon sticks, star anise, clove, bay leaf, orange, and lemon. So here's the achar ingredients. We got carrots, radish, cucumber. I'm gonna put them all together in a container. Go by Chinese rice vinegar, lime juice, a little bit of salt, sugar. Like this, cover it up, leave it in the chiller for at least 12 hours and it'll be ready and done. So here you go, we got the achar after it's been sit in the chiller for 12 hours. Still crunchy as it is, with a little bit of acidity and tangriness of the salt, sugar, and the lime juice, of course.
Okay, now we are going to do the coffee sauce. First, you must boil the water. After the water is boiled, you bring it down to a low temperature. You will add in apple jam, and you will stir it, and sugar. After that, you will add in coffee syrups, and the last will be coffee powder. Okay, after you boil for 45 minutes, we'll put it into the chiller for 24 hours to cool it down. After 24 hours of cooling, the sauce will be thick like this and it's ready to serve.
Alright, so we're gonna do the orange brine. Right now we got a pot of water down here. We can put in the bay leaf, star anise, cloves, and cinnamon stick, sugar, salt. Just take a whisk and whisk it. So we can add in the citrus. So we'll cook it down, bring it to a boil. Right, the reason why I'm using an orange brine is because first of all, the orange and the lemon, the citrus add flavors to the meat, and citrus itself tenderizes the pork ribs. We're going to soak the pork ribs in the brine for at least 12 hours. Here I got the dark fats and the pork ribs been soaked in the brine for at least 12 hours. Transfer the pork ribs in the brine to the fats. Right, confit is a way of cooking meat in a very low heat. And back in the olden days, confit is a way of preserving meat. Because at that time, they were doing a chiller and stuff. And bacteria can't grow inside fats. So it's a way of adding flavor in it and at the same time preserving the food. Cover the pork ribs soaked in the dark fats. I'm going to put it in the oven to cook it at 90 degrees for at least 6 hours. So here I got the pork ribs, and here I got the coffee sauce, nice and thick. I'm going to brush it on the pork ribs. So right now, after the pork ribs have been brushed, I'm going to put it in the oven at 230 degrees to caramelize the pork ribs. Right, Chef Wayne's going to put some achar on the side, followed by he's going to sprinkle some butter cracker on it. Butter cracker is always a good combination with coffee. At the same time, it added texture, crispy texture to the pork ribs, and as a garnish. Okay, here me and Wayne are gonna try coffee pork ribs. Nice, tender and moist, with a strong coffee flavor on it.
Very nice and fragrant. It's good.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's very different from the normal usual char style pork ribs. It's very moist. Every single pork ribs is like can easily spread out of the bone. So how our coffee pork ribs been prepared. So if you want to try out our coffee pork ribs, please come over to Timbre Plus at Open Stove event